Mountains of anger they take to the sky, metal wings slicing the heavens on high. Forged in the fires of the cataclysm's wrath, now they fly vengeance on a war-torn path. Sleek as the wind with talons of steel, they hunt down invaders with thunder and zeal. Above the wreckage they scream through the air, the pride of the Republic, the guardians up there, honorable battle brothers! Honorable battle brothers! Pteras screaming from the storm, they were built for war and freedom's born. With laser eyes and iron wings, they fight for peace while battle rings. Pteras guys never fall, answering the Hellenic Republic's call. Through fire and smoke they dominate, the Dialog's heart shall meet their fate. Focus below, try to scuttle and strike, but Pteras bring justice from aerial light. Equans take aim with the suns aglow, but they can't hit what they can't follow. Anti-gravity fury on every dive, Republic's fury keeping hope alive. No tyrant's dream can cloud the sun, as long as the Pteras still outrun the gun. Dive and roll, missiles fly, echoes of war across the sky. Steel on wind, wings ignite, Pteras rules the endless fight. Honorable battle brothers, blazing through the flame, the Hellenic sky force in glory's name. Swift and bold, their hearts don't yield, they're the storm above the battlefield. Wind of the free, the Hellenic sky force in glory's name. Swift and bold, their hearts don't yield, they're the storm above the battlefield. Wings of the free, they ride the lightning of destiny. Their battle cry, a sonic wall, the last thing Gallows hears before the fall. They were born to fly, but trained to fight. In the skies outside, they own the night. Heroes, honorable battle brothers. No tyrant's dream can cloud the sun, as long as the Pteras still outrun. The Dialog's heart shall meet them for the fall. They were born to fly, but trained to fight. In the skies of Zy, they own the night. Heroes, honorable battle brothers.
Years of fire crack the moon. Plenty burns, a storm returns. This is the second war.
From the ruins of Zeniba's cries to the wastelands of the shattered skies, a kingdom fell, a moon was torn. Now Kylo strikes with blades reborn. Caterpillar tracks and crimson dust, mold the drill, iguan thrust. Marching steel and conquest screams, they ride the rust of broken dreams. Occupied to back into the flames, the sky is burning with forgotten names. A sword's unleashed, mechanized warlust, corpse grows and red hearts crush. No surrender, no retreat, the Republic roars from every street. This is the second strike, Planetsy ignites. Iron calms, the Titan stands, smashing hopes with burning hands. While from the clouds, with vengeance raw, Salamander spreads the law. fury thunder wing. The Pteras rise, the air they sing. Godulous walk, the ground does scream. The final war of mental dreams.
Drones and ash from the first war still linger, but peace was a wound, never a cure.
They said the past would not return, but cease to bleed and empires burn. The moon's a grave, but we still fight. We'll never fade until that night. The planet's a strike of glory steel. We fight with hearts that gears can't feel. The goddess, the go-to-us, all stand tall. We rise, brother, we burn, we answer the call. This is the second strike. The skies explode with Zoid war might. And flame, every cockpit knows the name of freedom's roar and empire's pain. The war begins again, again. This war's our legacy, brother, our rage. The future's written in rockets and roars. Through empires crash in thunder wars. This is the second strike, and humanity will never be the same.
Zoids never die, they just reload. Outcome for the no return.
No peace was won, the coffin of no return. Up from the clouds with vengeance raw, salamander spreads the law. Talon, fury, thunderwing, the Pteras rise, the air they sing. Their duos walk, the ground does scream. The final war of metal dreams. Giants rise from lying grounds. Blue guardians down the heart. Lights and fury in the sky.